And we are back. We're back for the next hand, which I think is very interesting as well. I think all the hands are actually interesting, especially when you study them, and you can get better and better at them. So let's take a look at the next one. This one, yeah, like Jesus Christ, how to play this hand? Well, the guy on the small button called here, but which means that the guy doesn't understand poker, and like it is really, really tough, I think, to play on the small blind versus an early position opener, right? I usually never do this. I play either raise or fold. Very rarely I would call with 7, 8, 9, especially in multi-way pots. But okay, let's not think about this. It doesn't even matter. We're going to, as always, imagine that the guy is going to call on the button here, right? So the buy. I'm sorry. Okay, the guy on the button called us. Okay, let's imagine this. And we have this board. I think this is a fantastic board to study. Let's see. So first, let's go for our pre-flop range. I updated it here, so I have it right here now. As far as it is the second video straight in a row that I'm recording, so I think fine with not practicing and inputting these ranges again. So we're going to have this range, and the opponent is going to, sorry, not the opponent, but the board is 9, Jack, 2. 9 of hearts, Jack, 2 of diamonds. 9 of hearts, Jack, 2 of diamonds. Very good. I think overall we are going to be dominating on this board. Why? Because I think we strike this board much better. The opponent has less of Jack-Jack in his pocket, right? Because sometimes he might want to 3-bet these Jack-Jacks versus us, right? So he doesn't have that many Jack-Jack in his pocket as we do. So, but he actually still will have sometimes Jack-Jack. He's not going to 3-bet 100% of the time with his Jack-Jack. The opponents are different, and if you take a look, some of them, they really just call with Jack-Jack. Sometimes you have to call with them, sometimes you have to bet. So I think we have, at the same time, we have an advantage because we have a lot of over pairs like Queen, King, Ace, right? Okay, so let's first identify our super value bets that we're going to have, right? Very strong hands. Sets of 2, sets of 9, set of Jacks, right? And what else? Queen, King, Ace. I think especially King and Queen, because they are very vulnerable to our opponent's aces, I think. So I think they really want to bet here. As for this ace, I think some aces will be bad from my side. Some aces, I think I can go into check call with them. Let me think. I think some aces I really want to have in my check calling range, and these will be aces with clubs, I think. Yes, with clubs. I think aces with clubs are going to check call here from my side. So I put them away from my value betting range. We'll put them into my check calling range. Hey, what's going on, guys? Okay, one more time. Let's put it like this, and we take out. Okay, first we take out like this. Okay, we will put them into the check calling range a little bit later. Okay, let's first see how it goes like this. Okay, now let's see what else. 2-2, 9-9. I think some of these 9-9s are going to be good to check call and check raise sometimes, especially the 9s of clubs as well. Yeah, so only one combination of 9-9s is going to bet because it is vulnerable to our opponent's flushes. But 9s with diamonds are not that vulnerable, right? Because they actually block our opponent's flushes, right? Because you have more, if you have a diamond in your hand, it means the opponent has less diamonds in his hands, right? Pretty logical. Okay, good. Now let me see. My value bets are so far like this, around 20, right? I think this is very good. What about these jacks? Do I want to bet all of them? Yeah, why not? I want to bet all of them possibly. And as for these king, king and queen queen. Okay, maybe I want to check raise some of them. They are very vulnerable. I don't want to slow play them at all. I want them to play quickly. Yeah, sometimes the opponent will have the set of nines. You have nothing to do with that. You already lost, you know. So just don't think about this. You need to think globally here. Okay, good. Now, what are going to be my bluffs? Let me think. I think... What is this hand doing here? What? Wait. Can I take a look? Why do I have these hands here? Let me... Wait, what are these two hands doing here? Did I... Okay, wait a second, guys. Let me take them out. It really kind of like messed with my range. Okay, that's all right. So we took them out. It's gonna be like this. Okay, so far so good. Yeah, okay, let's continue. Yeah, it is like this. So still, like, we have this amount of hands that are going to be my value hands, and we have to have approximately 2x of bluffs, right? So that is 40. That is 40 bluffs approximately. Let's see, can we have these 40 bluffs? So we are going to bluff with all my draw straights first. So that is queen 10, right? That's right. And gut shots, there is king 10, there is king queen, there is king queen here. Okay, good. What else? I think some more of my... Yeah, maybe jack 10 might be good to check call, might be good to check... Oh, I found one more very strong value hand. There is jack 9 suited. Yeah, okay, so we have a little bit more value bets. Now I need more bluffs. I want to get my bluffs, okay? So I think my bluffs can be ace 10, especially with hearts, right? I don't want to check call these ace 10s, right? You don't want to check call ace 10 of spades, but you might really want to bluff ace 10 of spades, right? So, okay, first, let's see. I first want to go around my draw flushes and draw straights. So I'm going to start picking out here some of my draw flushes. But where I have runner straight, right? I want it to have potential, not only to complete to runner straight, right? Straight draw, but also to flush draw. So I'm going to choose only these two colors, diamonds and hearts, because they are on the board. Ah, yeah, right. We have a lot of flush draws here. Okay, good. Let me see. Okay, flush draws. 9, wait a second. Kings, please wait. Queen, jack. Actually, yeah, no, not queen, jack. King, jack. Ace, jack, no. Okay, let me see. So these guys. Okay, like this. Guys, I totally forgot one very strong value hand that I really need to bet here. Ace jacks, right? And I have a lot of ace jacks. So yeah, the amount of value hands is 33 now, but this is totally fine because the board is in your advantage, right? So I think you really can go here full on and be very aggressive here. Bet like 75% of the pot, 67% of the pot. I think that's really fine here. So I'm gonna bet these guys for sure. I think sometimes I will be check calling with my ace of diamonds here. So I will put out ace of diamonds from this betting range. Okay, like this. Very good. And now let's see, 30. So I need to have approximately 60 bluffs. Okay, let me put in my bluffs all my diamonds, okay? My diamonds. So draw flushes are going to be my bluffs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, draw flushes here. Okay. What else? Draw flushes here I don't have. I think here runner flush with aces and queens are perfect. With aces and kings, perfect. Okay, with aces, tens, yeah, actually why not? Overall, this ace and 10, yeah, I think they play very well. With draw flushes, runner straights, very good. Okay, what else? I think I might want to bluff ace 10. Ace 10 of hearts. So I start adding up some hearts with tens, right? So ace 10, with hearts. Okay, what about Jack 10? Do I really want to bluff my Jack 10s here? I think I might want to mix it in between check calling and betting, right? Why? Because the opponent might already have some stronger jacks, like ace jack, king jack, queen jack, right? So you might want to defend with these. I think sometimes I'll be betting with jack 10, sometimes I will be calling with jack 10. So I will do this. Okay, 50% of jack 10 call, 50% of, like, I mean, bet. It is not even value bet, not bluff bet. It is in between because it is not very strong for like being full value bet, right? So 50% I'm going to bet, value bluff bet, right? And 50% I'm going to check call. I think this is solid. This is a solid play. Okay. What about these tens? Do I want to bluff these tens or I want to check call? I think I want to check call at these tens. Now look here, we have approximately 30 value bets and 52.3. That is our bluff bets. I think we are really, really good here, guys. I think this ace 2 of hearts, I will add up this as my bluff bet here. I think it has very nice potential to strike draw flushes, to strike 2 pairs. So I think this one is really, really good. I'll add this up into my bluffing range. Yeah, okay, that's good. Anything else that I can bluff? What about this queen jack and king jack? I think we just want to check call with them. We need to have some check calls, right? Okay, this ace jack with hearts potentially can check call, can bet. I think that's fine. Okay, this one, ace jack. Some ace jacks are going to check call there, so that's fine. Ace 10. Maybe I want to bluff more with my 10s. Maybe. Yeah, I think that's like this. If you want to add up more bluffs, runner bluffs, so maybe this ace 10 is a good candidate. Just be careful because you see they don't have any diamonds there. So potentially versus a diamond on the board, you want to run away, right? You want to, check fold, even if you have a straight that you complete by the river, but the opponent will have, for example, a flush. So you really need to get your ass out of this. So I think, yeah, if you want to bluff more, okay, here you are. You can bluff more with these guys, right? Maybe like this. Actually, that's fine because we don't have that many ace-10 offsuit. So that's fine, just be careful. Always think about this. And look, we almost fully completed our bluff c-bet, right? We need 5 more combinations to bluff, but that's, I think, totally fine. You maybe want to bluff some of these 10-9, right? Maybe you want to check call more of them. I prefer to start check calling with them more. I think they're really good to check call. Again, like if the opponent is super passive, you want to bet. If the opponent is kinda active, you might want to check call. Sometimes check call these guys. Okay, I'm super happy. If we take a look, like we have to bet 60% of our range originally, right? And we bet here approximately 87 combinations out of 167, right? Almost 50% that we bet, right? 51.52%. I think that's totally fine. I think absolutely. The board is not perfectly yours. I think the opponent strikes a lot in the middle here. Yeah, and that's fine. Okay, as for our check calls, let's see. We have this number of hands left, ungrouped, 80.8, so approximately 81 combination, right? If the opponent bets 50%, multiply 0.67, 67% that we are going to defend, so we need to defend 54 combinations. Now, let's see what we want to defend here. I really don't want to play that much with these 8 and 7. You know why? You have, for example, okay, let's just imagine you have this 8, okay? And there is one more 8 coming on the turn. Perfect. You have a set. But the opponent can already crush you. Maybe you already lost because the opponent might have queen 10, right? And what? What are you going to do? Are you going to check raise with these 8s? No, right? The 7 is the same. Like if 7 comes here and the opponent might already have 10-8 suited, so you are done. You can just only check call with these 8s and 7s. I think that's why, like, I will take these 8s and 7s, but only with these diamonds so that we can potentially have a flush that would be still strong versus our opponent's bets and versus our opponent's checkbacks, right? So I will take these guys. And maybe I can take these guys, sixes, fives, fours, threes, right? Because they're still stronger than two. So if the opponent has a set of two, right, you might catch a better set. So we are good. You see, that's we always take into account like that we defend versus flushes, we defend versus our opponent's sets, right? We defend versus our opponent's top pairs, right? So we always take this into account, how to outplay on later streets if we start defending. Okay, that's good. Next, I think fantastic hand to defend is this one, 10-9 suited here, right? I think these nines without clubs, with clubs and without clubs, I think they are fine to defend, fine to bet. I think we can go for both ways. I'll just put it into my check calling range here. Even if we have a flush, we still won't have the very best flush. Yeah, I think so. You can bet, you can call with this one. 8-7. I think 8-7 is perfect to fully bluff there. So I will put it fully into my bluffing range because we can catch a 10. But if you catch a 10 and you have a straight, be careful with that straight because the opponent might already have a better straight. So after catching that low straight, you really want to be kind of passive and defending more. You want to play check, call, right? Don't be too aggressive, crazily aggressive with these straights. You know, I saw so many times, and myself, I lost so many times versus a higher straight that I just learned this as a rule. Like if you have low straight or low flush, be just careful, be more passive. Don't go crazy. I mean, out of position, at least. In position, you can kind of see how the opponent plays and you can understand whether he bluffs or not. I mean, you can see it better, right? Okay, so this is good so far. What else can we check call? Of course, these jacks. These jacks are wonderful check calls. Let's put them into my check calling range. Whoops, like this. Great. Now, what about these ace king and ace queen? You know what? I think I'll just dump them. I'll just fold them. I mean, of spades and of clubs, right? Yeah, they're ace king. Yeah, they're ace queen. But like, I mean, they have such little potential there, right? They can be already, you know, can be done long ago. These tens, I want to put them into my check calling range. Why? Because they are not stronger than jacks. If I bet with them, I will make my opponent's range stronger. If I call with them, I still have very great potential. I defend versus jacks that the opponent might have. I can catch a 10, and I'll still be careful. The opponent might have a draw straight, a straight complete, right? I might catch actually myself a draw straight, so this is really, really good. Yeah, overall, and the opponent might be bluffing, so I'm safe versus his bluffs. I'm defending versus his bluffs. So I think this is really, really good. Okay, I don't have enough. I don't have enough, guys. Oh, I have some of my aces here that I'm going to check call. So 50% of the aces, wait a second, not 50, but aces with aces of clubs are going to check call like this. Okay, great. What about these kings and queens? Do I want sometimes to check call with them? I think not. I think I just want to bet with them. And it's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, so some of these aces that I found that I'm going to check call with, right? Ace jack with aces of clubs. Yeah, so they are going into my check calling range. And some of these two that I had here, right? Ace 2, not hearts. So they're going to check call as well. Great, more combinations here. What about these ace 3, ace 4 with hearts, ace 5? I think ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, they will complete my bluff c-bet. So that's where my bluff c-bet was not complete. With ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, because we can be near straights here. 2, 3, 4, right? So we can have it. Great. Wow, this looks good. This looks good. Let's see, we have 35 approximately combinations. We need more. We need 20 more. So what should we do? What should we take? Maybe some of these jacks, right? We have no choice but to maybe put them into my defense sometimes. Oh, look, some of these nines they were defending, right? They're going to check call or check raise. I think jacks are better to check raise here because the board is very, very wet, very heavy, very, you know, like bluff heavy, very straight heavy, very flush draw heavy. So I think we have to be very careful. These jacks, we might want to, I think, do this with these jacks. You see, guys, that's how you balance your ranges. You need to think, you need to have options, right? So I'm going to bet 50% of my jacks. I'm going to raise 50% of my jacks. I think they are really good value raises. As for nines, on the one hand, we unblock our opponent's jacks. This is great. On the other hand, I really want to not only check raise, but maybe sometimes just check call with these nines, right? So I really need to check call with these guys, I think. Yeah, I really want to put these nines into my check calling range. They're still very strong, right? On the turn, we need to be very careful. Maybe we even want to donk on the turn, right? If something like ace comes, ace with no diamonds. So I want to be careful with these nines. I don't want to bluff raise immediately with these nines. So I'll put them into my check calling range. Okay, 50% of nines. Wait a second. Oh, wait. These were not... Ah, yeah. Wait a second. Back. Okay, what nines? Nines with diamonds. I want to put them into my check calling range. Yes. Okay, that's great now. Okay, you know what? I know where I can get some more of my defense hands. You know where? Here. These guys, as always. We're going to check raise with our, I think, ace. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, ace 5, ace 4, ace 3. We're going to check raise like this. So first I take them out from my... Hey, what's going on, guys? Wait. So first I take them out of my bluffing range. Something doesn't work. Why cannot I take out these guys? Okay, wait a second. Hearts. Let's put hearts like this. Okay, hearts I put into my bluffing range. Into my check raising range, I think I can put, you know, I think actually I can mix these ace 5, ace 4, ace 3, both, you know. Let's do this. Look, we have them all here, right? But we're going to mix them all into our check raise. Both hearts and diamonds, why not? Because we can catch one more heart here and we continue pushing with that, right? So I think this is really going to be beneficial for our strategy in terms of long perspective, right? In my check raises. So this is always good. I will have like some of my check raises that are going to be draw flushes, runner flushes, and draw flushes, right? And they are near straights as well. I think this is great. This is great. Yeah, why not? Okay, that's good. That's good so far. Very good. I'm very satisfied. And we have a perfect balance. Look, we have 1.5 combinations that are going to be jacks. And we kind of mix it with some of these hands, right? You know, if you want to add up some more kind of check raises here, you can add up something like 10-9. You know, you can add up this like 10-9 of clubs if you want. You can add up maybe, what else can you add up? Queen 9, no, king. Yeah, maybe like some of these guys, maybe, yeah. I don't know. I think they are very strong to defend. Even they can check call to streets. This king 9 and queen 9. Ace 9, maybe you can check raise sometimes. Yeah, maybe. Why not? Oh, look, we have some more 9s here that are going to be pure calls. Nice, we found them. Great. Okay, so some of these 9s are going to be my calls. We throw out like this. Okay, wow, look, now the number is growing of my defense. 42, right? We have 54 here. So we still miss somewhere 12 combinations. What do we miss? Maybe some of these ace king that we have to have, kinda? Maybe. I don't know. I prefer. I think sometimes we can call, sometimes we can drop them. I think. What about this ace 10? I think actually, guys, look, you don't need to bet maybe ace king, this one, ace king of diamonds. I think super strong flushes, draw flushes, you might want to check call with them, I think. Yeah, I think with these super strong draw flushes, you might want to check call them, because the opponent might have a draw flush as well. Yeah, and I think you are really good to, you know, check call with them. If you complete flush, you will be still super great in position. If you catch a king or an ace, especially ace, you'll be super good here. I think you are really good to check call. So I take them. Oh, wait a second. So first I need to take them out, put only hearts there, right? Yeah, so first I will bluff with only hearts. Okay, and I will check call with, well, as for 10, I think we can bluff bet both ace 10 and ace diamonds. Ace 10 of diamonds and ace 8 of hearts. And here we're going to check call with my super strong guys. Yeah, like this, like this. Great, great. Okay, now the number is more reasonable. Let's see, my value bets 29 approximately. My bluff bets 53. Yeah, kinda some of them started missing, but it's alright. Approximately there, 29. We need 58, we have 53, that's totally fine. We have some bluff check raises and value check raises, great. We have some check calls here, okay. Check calls here, you see check call. I will rename these guys, sorry guys for this one. I told you don't look at that value check raise. It is not value check raise, it is just check, it is just value bet. It is just old configurations that I have here. Okay, so we have so far 44 in my check calling range. We still miss somewhere like 10 combinations, but overall I think I'm more than fine with that. I'm pretty happy with my hand. Yeah. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely did. I think that was really, really cool. So get better at the poker tables, study, enjoy studying. You know, when you start understanding all this, you know how it works, you feel much, much happier about all that. And then your game really goes up. So guys, yeah, don't get down, go up, you know, rise and grind. So thank you very much. Keep in touch.